Hello folks, RayCat74 here. Welcome back to the fire break for some chronographing. Just out of screen is my chronograph set up at 7 yards. I've got my Winchester 30-30 and 85 rounds of homemades that I want to chronograph here. I was supposed to have a lead sled to set this up on, but I forgot it. Now before we get started, I need to put in my ear pro, because I know somebody in the comment section will, hey man, you need to wear ear protection. Guess what? Little green thing. And because this is a, well, I guess you can consider it a Magnum rifle. I mean, it is a 30-30. It's about 80% as powerful as my 308. Actually, I wouldn't even put it at 80%. I'd put it at about 90%, because the 308's regularly going anywhere between 23 to 26. This regularly goes from 20 to 23, so it's up there. Same diameter bullets as my 308, as a matter of fact. So let's double up on the ear protection. Now I'm going to be using a scope, and it's kind of hard to use eye protection with a scope. So I'm going to ask the Safety Sallies cut me some slack here. I can't find my yellow safety goggles, so I'm going to be going without. And this is just going to be me shooting and then reading off the speeds. So I mean, it's not like this is going to be too terribly exciting, right? Unless of course my soda explodes on me. There we go. I'm going to let you know right now at the start of the video that if all of a sudden I fall off the YouTube and stop posting content, it's because I went and got employed. I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time this week trying to seek gainful employment because my previous employer decided not to renew. So, actually, let me take this sling off, because it's going to annoy me rapidly. So, this is not exactly a quick detach sling, but it's also not a very slow attach sling. I put both of those in myself. I traded this for a pickup truck. Well, it wasn't a pickup truck. It was a Ford Bronco 2. And then later, I bought the truck back from the guy I traded the truck to, and I got to keep the rifle. So, win-win for me. Now I've got 5 rounds loaded up. Let's do 5 shots here. Loads just fine. We're now on fire, so that's safe. So let's take a couple of shots here and see how this does. I'm not going to give you the recipe that I'm using. I'm using established book recipes for 150 grain projectiles, flat points. This is Lever Evolution powder. They won't give you the powder for their pistols, but they do give you for the rifles. And there's like 4 or 5 different rifle powders, 4 or 5 different rifle calibers this powder works in. So this is the 30-30, and my Winchester 30-30 AE, which I only just recently found out is angled eject. So I've got a bucket over here. Actually, it's my range bag, and I'm going to see if I can get the brass to land in that, but let me just stop talking, alright? First, and where's the safety? There's the safety. $22.87. Well, it's going to land in the grass right next to my range bag. Okay. $22.29. 2168. 2207. 2252. And now we're empty. I'm going to pick up the brass right quick. I don't have a cameraman. It's just standing on a tripod. So let me move range bag to here. Police up my brass right quick. That's 4. Where did the last one go? And this is a game we play every time we come to the range. Is where did my brass go? Well, I got 4 out of 5 back into the bag. So I started with 85 rounds. And that's going to annoy the crap out of me. Okay. I don't know if you can see that or if that's out of the camera view here. But let's do 5 more. And we'll keep this going here. So, close that up. Safety on. Lower the hammer. Three. 4. And 5. I don't know if the guy I traded the Bronco for is going to watch this or not. I'll tag him in when I post this to Facebook, and he'll get to see all the wonderful things I'm doing with his rifle. It hasn't been his rifle in over 10 years. But, in case you're wondering, the ammo that I have on the buttstock here is Hornady Lever Evolution 3030, and I don't remember what grain weight these are. I'll have to check when I get back to the house. So, I keep those as my hunting loads. Yes, with the scope mount, I can see through and use the standard sights. Let me slide that a little bit further forward here. So, we're on safe. Hammer down on an empty chamber. Load it up. Safety is on. And 5 more rounds. I forgot to take the safety off. Hammer block safety. Gotta love it. You should always test your equipment. 2099. I think that's the slowest one so far. And that's going to fall short. Okay, whatever. So squeeze. 2150. 51 feet per second faster than on that one. 2189. Really? $21.96. Duplicate, $21.96. Was that it? Yeah, that was it. Okay. Hammer down. Safety on. So we only got 4 readings out of that one. Or we had 2 bullets exactly the same. I'm going to throw that one out. When I add it up, I'll put all the shot data in the description text here, so you can see what all these did. And again, police up my brass. and see if I can find that one missing. I'm not seeing it. Because the more I check, the more chances I have of finding it. Gun is empty, I'm the only one on the range. So if I accidentally walk in front of the barrel, you know that I'm as safe as I can be. I should leave the lever open for those safety sallies that are going to mention it. So, there. Lever's open, chamber's empty. I just want to give this one last peruse, just in case it went further than I was expecting. And I don't see it anywhere. I'm actually going to take these off because my ears are getting hot. I'm going to try one shot without the Ear Pro, without the muffins. Excuse me. And we'll see if it's way too loud, because right at the moment I'm just hearing a thud. Matter of fact, let's do this. Okay, we're doing 10 shots here. So my high is 2287. My low is 2099. And the average is 2197, about 2200 feet per second. So let's power this off. Power this back on. Ready. Now you'll notice the chronograph is really low to the ground. And I'm going to see if I can see through here. Okay. See right about here? This is about where the bullets are impacting. Now this hill back here is about 15 feet higher, but it's also about 100 yards further off. Now, being a 30-30, you know, hang on a second. You don't want to look at my chest. Probably don't want to look at my face either, but being a 30-30, this thing ain't going to go a mile. And as you can see, there's significantly heavy woods back there. Let me zoom here. And off that way, about 2 miles. Wow, that's a really good zoom. I need to play with this camera more. About 2 miles that way is a highway with significant trees, but I'm aiming lower than the horizon. As I said, you can see where that branch is coming out from the side. I can't get my finger right there. Right in there is where the rounds are hitting. Am I going to get some bounce? Probably. But we've been out here for like 10 years now, and we haven't gotten many complaints. Actually, we haven't gotten any complaints. This is a public use land, and I still do not see that one round that it's either already in the bag or it's underneath something. Okay, well, let's do 10 more rounds. Then we'll repeat the procedure of going down there, getting a high, a low, and an average. And then I'll include all the shot data for all 85 rounds, and I'll probably do it in 10 shot groups. So high, low, average, group 1, group 2, etc., so forth and so on. So, lever closed. Let's get 5 rounds. I believe the rifle holds 7, but we're going to do it in 5s. And I probably should have washed these off because they still have a little bit of lubricant on them from where I was loading these up the other day. Matter of fact, it was yesterday, Saturday the 11th. Today is Sunday the 12th. Tomorrow is Monday the 13th. If you're an aficionado of Garfield the cat, you'll know that Mondays are bad, but Monday the 13th are worse. Friday the 13th, surprisingly, is not a very bad day for me. Get in there. There we go. Now, I do have one additional bullet, and that has a Zombie Max stuffed in the front of it. And I don't remember what the powder load for this was. I did look it up, and I did put it in there, but I've only had 1 quart of coffee today. All of these have identical, like, to the grain. This one has a different powder load because it is a different bullet. Different bullet weight. Only follow established recipes. A lot of people will look up stuff on forums. Only follow established recipes. You know, I have a couple of loads that I don't exactly follow the recipes on, but, you know, I'm a stupid idiot, so I'm willing to risk my life. Please don't you do that. So, safety off. 2140. And that was significantly louder. I'm going to put these back on. Now, yes, these have the little fuzzy microphone things, but I haven't had batteries in this damn thing for years. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like I replaced the batteries, but it doesn't matter because nobody's talking to me anyway. Which is about the story of my life. Anyhow. Really? Okay. $21.96. Yay! That went in the bag, by the way. $22.18. Just missed. $21.29. That missed by a lot. $21.78. Fell short. Really? Was that 5 rounds? Let me hit that one again just to make sure. Yeah. Apparently, I forgot to count. Safety on. Police up my brass. That's 4 out of 5. Where'd the other one go? Did I only put 4 in the damn gun? Son of a bitch. Now this is what I spend most of my time at the range doing, is trying to find where the hell my brass went. We're probably about the 15-minute mark. Please leave a comment in the comment section below if I only put 4 goddamn bullets in the gun. And for those of you who are offended by goddamn, well, you'll be a lot more offended by the rest of my content. Okay. 5 rounds. But I only found 4 brass. Right. One, two, three, four, and five. And then pinky to get it all the way in. Okay. Now this gun does get a little on the warm side, so I don't mind going slow, because right now I can just barely hold my finger on the barrel for more than a couple of seconds. And that's after 15 rounds. And you saw how much time I took to get reloaded, go over there and check stuff. So I've got almost I got 85 rounds of this stuff. It's going to get quite warm. So, really, there we go. Back in, safety off. 2103. $21.96. $2,200 even. $22.33. $21.82, and that should be it, right? That's 10 more rounds. So we're going to let this cool. I'm going to police up my brass. Let me take those off, because it is kind of warm with those on. And 5. Okay, we're good there. Second 10-round grouping. Oh, we're at the 22-minute mark here. Okay. Let's see. High, 2233. Low, 2103. Average, 2177. Now we're going to power off. Power back on again. We're ready. Showing 0. And as you can see, my chronograph has on occasion come under fire. That was last time I went shooting. I just barely grazed it with a .44 Magnum. Now you'll notice on my hip is a .44 Magnum. That's not the same one as I was using the last time I was out here. This one is my Taurus M44 with the 4-inch ported barrel. And yes, it is loaded. I always have a pistol on me when I go shooting. Always follow all of your local laws. Okay. Deflate my soda a little bit. I'd say about 14 years ago I stopped drinking Coca-Cola. And I lost 15 pounds over the course of the next year. And I didn't touch a soda for probably 5 years. So I'm really sensitive to carbonation. So I always deflate my soda a little bit. Let's load up 5 more. Or 5. Now some of this is once fired brass. You'll see this one is a once fired, kind of dull. This is brand new, never been fired, never, only loaded once. If you want to go with that kind of a joke. So I got the never before fired last time I was out in Connecticut visiting my father. Thank you very much, by the way. Because Connecticut won't even allow me to buy brass because I'm not a Connecticut resident with a firearms license. Here in Wisconsin, I can buy any damn thing I want as long as it's within the confines of the Hughes Act and the NFA 1936? Yeah. I can own any damn thing I want with the proper paperwork. From the federal government, state don't care. Not yet, anyway. So let's put those back on. We are going for group 3. Safety off. Lever. This is the kind where you got to squeeze up on here or else the trigger does nothing. So you firm grip. 2119. In the bag. Yay! That's twice. 2178. Nope, that one fell short. 2203. That one went off to the right. 2233. We have a tie for high score. 2178. And I believe that was 5. Let's police up our brass. Let the gun cool a little bit. Let the cool? No, that doesn't work. That didn't work at all. We'll let the firearm cool down a little bit. Not like a whole heck of a lot, but a little. Here's my load data sheet. 150 grain flat point. The grain weight of the powder, which I'm not going to say because look up established recipes yourself. Only ever follow what's in the manual. These are Federal number 210M, which is match grade primers, large primers, in caliber 30-30. There were 85 in this bag when we started. And I want 85 in that bag when we're done. Now here's what I'd like to... I know we're already a half hour into this, so here's what I'm going to do. I want somebody to leave a comment in the comment section below telling me how many of my brass land in the bag, and I go, yay, that it landed in the bag. So keep track of that, and comment in the comment section below where we at. Safety on. Pull out 5. That's 4 and number 5. This is for the second batch for our third 10-round group. 2, 3, 4, 5, and shove. Yeah, barrel is quite warm. I mean, even the sling adapter here is starting to get warm. So, chamber, so far they've all fed perfectly, which is a good sign. That means I did something right for a change. Safety off, squeeze, and 2189. Error. That one did not register. Okay, I don't know when I lost you guys. The camera was over on the thing there. I just fired off group 3. 9 out of the 10 rounds registered. I'm going to have to stitch this one back together again. So let's see. High is 2237. That's our new high score. Low is 2119 with an average of 2189. And we actually had a round that showed up as 2189, so that one was exactly in the middle. So reset. We are ready. And I think this camera will only... Fuck. What did it do? Oh, nope, it didn't do anything. Okay, I accidentally pushed a button on the back while I was turning this around. So apparently this camera will only go for 30 minutes. So this is going to be a multi-segment thing of where we're doing some shooting. Let me make sure I got this lined back up properly. Yeah, you can just barely see the car. You can just barely see the bag there. So now we're going to do group 4. And I have no idea how much of that last grouping you guys got to see on the camera. But I did 5 rounds, let it cool, picked up the brass, did 5 more rounds. Only 4 registered, so that was a 9-shot group for velocity. So now we're going to go into group 4. So this is 40 rounds in. Well, we'll be 40 rounds in. We're 30 rounds in right at the moment. So close the action, lower the hammer, and then uno, dos, tres, quattro, and Cinco de Mayo. Wait, no, that's the day. Cinco is 5. And that's about as far as I can count in Spanish, by the way. Okay, Ear Pro still on. Eye Pro still in the bag. Got my Colian Noir hat on, the Pew Pew Life. Loaded, safety off. .2123. Now that I think about it, safety on, you probably missed where I said we're going to have a little contest. Well, it's not really a contest. I want somebody to comment in the comment section below how many of my brass go directly into the bag. So far, well, I'm not going to tell you how many, but keep a count. None went in while the camera was off. So, there you have it. And now, I know I took a shot and I can't find that stupid brass. We'll pick it up later. I got 4 more shots to take, and then we let the gun cool while we police up our brass and reload. 2237, tie for high score. Nope. 2222. Almost. 2207. And 2203. So we police up the brass and then reload. 2, 3. Son of a... Really? 4. And where the heck did number 5 go? Ah! 5 and 6. Okay, the missing brass was way the hell back here. So, we're back up to all of our brass in the bag. So let me move this just a little bit closer here, because quite a few of them fell just a hair short. And we're going to do it that way, so that maybe some of these will start going in the bag. Take a quick drink. Sun's coming out again. Okay, soda is almost all the way deflated. So, one, two, three, four, five. Close. Lower the hammer. Safety is on. And 5 in. So this will be shots 6 through 10 for group 4. So, lever, lever, safety, and sight. 2143. Nope. 2147. That was pretty good. 2196. Bounced off the bag. 2160. Almost. 2182. That's 5 in, 5 down, and I'm starting to feel the heat through the wood. So let me police up my brass, none of which went in the bag. 5. Move that a little bit closer to give that as much potential for landing in the bag as possible. And we'll come down here and take a look at the chronograph again. So apparently this thing only records for 30 minutes at a time, so. Okay. High, 2237. Low, 2123. Average, 2182, with 2182 being the last shot fired as well. Hey, isn't that interesting? So we're going to power off, power on, ready up, we'll do group 5, and then I want to walk down range to see the spot where the bullets are hitting. Safety on, action closed, hammer down. I'm trying to be as consistent as possible. I was extremely consistent with the powder load on these, to the point of taking at least a minute per bullet to measure out the powder, to get it as exact as possible, so that it just clicked to the minimum powder recommendation. And again, only follow established recipes. So let's load up 5 more. And I'm not going to subject you to my horrendous Spanish. I know how to ask for a cigarette and a beer. I don't smoke anymore. And I don't drink beer much at all. So, counting to 5, dome cerveza and dome cigarro, por favor, señorita, is about as close as I get to Spanish. Asking for tacos at Taco Bell don't count, okay? That's Tex-Mex, it's not Mexican. So, down, up, safety, Aim not at a chronograph. 2185. In the bag. 2203. Almost. 2189. In the bag. 2178. Nope. 2185 again. So let's pick up the 3 brass that did not go in the bag. Take our next 5 shots for group 5, I believe this is. And then we'll get the readings for group 5. So close, hammer down, safety is on. Two, 3, 4, 5. Get in there. Down, up. Safety off. Squeeze. 2136. Nope. 2140. Just missed. 2160. Way off. 2233. That bounced off the edge. The ring overflowed. It's off in that direction. But I didn't want to fire while he was downrange of me here. And 2140 bounced off the rim. Safety on, action open. Now I'm sitting in the shade, or not sitting in the shade anymore, so it's going to get really warm in here, or out here. Three, 4, and where'd the other one go? I thought it fell short. Did it fall short? No, it went off the other side. That's what it was. Okay. There we go. And since I'm not in the shade, I'm going to take those off. I still have the green ear protection in. Because, you know, Magnum rifle rounds. We're going to give that a little bit of chance to cool down. And we'll come down here. High, 2233. Low, 2136. Average, 2174. Reset. Back on. We're ready. Now I'm going to let the firearm cool because that's 50 rounds and these things are not exactly going slow. So we're going to walk down here a little bit. Somebody dropped garbage. Let me scratch at the bug here right quick. A lot of people drop garbage out here. This is not a dump, people. This is unacceptable. We've cleaned that spot up 5 or 6 times over the years, and people keep dumping crap out here. It's highly annoying because this was tree farm. This is where a tornado set down and took out a humongous strip from the road we live off of, which is about a half mile that way, which is why we don't shoot in that direction. All the way out across the main road over here, here's one of the bullet skips right there. You can see some of them here. You can also see, well, there's one right there. So you can see how far away and we got a bunch right in here. We've got another one up here a little bit. So I'm trying to keep these as low as possible. Two more over here. Those two are a little bit higher. And I shouldn't have any out this way. Shouldn't, but apparently I got one there. One here. And because of the way bullets work, they ricochet parallel to the surface. So as you can see, we're starting to go uphill here a little bit. We've already gone up a couple of feet, and we're starting to get more skips here. So by this point, the rounds are tumbling. I mean, you can look at that. You can tell that one's tumbling. Here's another little rise. We got another skip. So the bullets are skating across the ground, losing power every time they hit some dirt. And by now, they're going to be tumbling. I don't think they'll go past the berm. But I don't exactly have a way to put tracking on them. You can see somebody dropped a 9mm there. I don't come up this high when I'm shooting. So that's somebody else's brass there. So let's walk on back here. And walking down here, look, shotgun shell. Okay? There's a wad. So we're not the only ones that come out here and do shooting. I don't know what that is, but it's a piece of plastic or something. Here's where we set up our gong target the last time, because you can see all the lead particles here. Nice even line across the ground. We were shooting 22s. A Wilson thing. And I think I just got a stick in my shoe. Or a rock. Or a something. And some 22 brass. Some more silver brass. Bunch of 22s. A lot more 22s. You can see them this way because, you know, the sun's glinting off them. And I should have set up down here more so I'd stay in the shade longer. But that had put me too close to the end over there. And I've only got, what, 35 rounds left? Because we did 50 already. Is that still on? That is still on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video for a couple of minutes. I'm going to let the firearm cool down a little bit more. We'll give it about 10 minutes and then we'll come back. So we'll see you in just a couple. Okay, welcome back. We've let the gun cool. It could use a lot more cooling. It was 65 sitting in the shade, so sitting in the sun, it's going to be a lot warmer. So now we're up to group 6. First 5 rounds. So close, safety, drop the hammer. Stupid bugs. And pinky that one into place. I had to turn the chronograph back on because when I stopped the camera, I turned that off. It's only a 9-volt battery and it's been in there for a couple of years. I unplug it when it's not in use. So, lever it in, safety off. $21.82, just short. $21.68 in the bag. $22.25 bounced. $21.92. $22.14 and safety on, actions open. In case you're wondering why I'm going so slow, is because this thing is getting really hot. One thing I do not want to do is to chamber around and have it cook off. I would hope that the gun would get too hot to hold before that happens. But I've never cooked off a round in my life. I'm doing this nice and slow, giving it as much time to cool as possible, leaving the action open so whatever breeze we get goes through. I will clean the bejesus out of this when I get back to the house, but let's get our next 5 rounds going. Let's see. 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, the bag is significantly lower than it was when we started. And they actually all want to roll this way, so I'm going to put the bag that way now. So, action closed, hammer down, safety is on. I don't want to sit in the sun longer than I absolutely have to, so these last, 35 rounds will probably go a little bit. Caught it. We'll probably go a little bit faster than the previous 50 rounds. All the way in, down, up, and I'm pointing it definitely at the ground when I do this, not anywhere near my chronograph, because if a round does kick off, it's already in my shoulder and it's pointed off to the side and down. So, and I'm starting to get a little bit of glare off of here, so I'm having to get closer to the scope. 21.33, just missed. 21.64, nope. 21.54. 21.50. Last one. 2200 exactly. Hit the bag, it's hanging off the strap, but did not go in. And 5. That was 10 shots, wasn't it? Crap. Hang on just 1 second. I don't remember if that was 10 shots or not. I had 35 shots. So yes, that was 10 shots. My bad. Okay, let's get some averages here. Ooh, excuse me. Number of shots 10. High 22.25. Low 21.33. Average 21.78. Number of shots 10. Okay, yeah, we're good. I forgot it had that round count feature on there. So we'll reset. Ready? Put 10 more rounds down range. After we take a sip of soda, safety on, action closed, hammer down. 5. And hopefully I don't have to go chasing my ammo all over the ground. There we go. Safety off. 21.85. No. 2,200 exactly. That's what, the third one of those we got? On the bag, not in. 22.22. Really? We'll try hitting that one again. Apparently that one didn't get a one. I short stroked it. My bad. .2233. We've gotten that one a couple of times. 2218. That one went in the bag. So place up the brass, reload, we'll go some more. Ah, here it is. So far, all the brass has been recovered. I'll be able to reload 85 rounds, probably next weekend. I generally don't reload during the week if other stuff is going on. Sometimes there is, sometimes there's not. Hammer down. But I'm going to be spending the next week frantically job searching for reasons of stupidity. Locked and cocked. Safety off. 2168. That one went over. 2189. 2200 exactly. 2214. 2178. Safety on. Pick up the brass, and we'll get the 10 round count. 3, 4, 5. I also don't know how much space is on this card, so high 2233, low 2168, average 2200 exactly, number of shots fired 10, off, on, ready. Yes, these are going a little bit faster. Like I said, I don't want to sit in the sun any longer than I absolutely have to. If we still had shade, I'd probably be poking right along like the old FUD that I am. FUD seems to be a derogatory that's come up in the firearms community. Fuddy-duddy or Elmer Fudd. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe Fuddy-Duddy is a play off of Elmer Fudd. I honestly don't know. Or it could be the other way around. Come on, get in there. And don't spring out on me. Pinky that one in. And there's 10 rounds in the bag, so I'm going to do 5, 5. We'll get the 10 round count. Then I'll have 6 left. But this one I'm going to do is separately. So we'll do the last round count of 5. Then I'll fire that one off completely separately on its own thing, just so that I can find out, you know, what I can expect out of those. So, oh yeah, that's quite toasty warm. Even the barrel band here is quite warm to the touch. So, 20 rounds, 50 rounds, any more than that, this thing's going to get too warm too quickly. I haven't had a cook-off yet, and I hope not to, but I do got some ammo left here. $2,200 exactly. And I'm only going to mention the brass if it actually goes in the bag. Error. $2,229. $2,214. $2,168 in the bag, and I believe that was all 5. Safety on. Let this cool. Pick up the brass. This is not hot to the point of instantly blistering my fingers, and powder takes quite a bit of heat to set it off. This is not an AK-47, so I'm not going to set fire to the handguards. But, knowing just a little bit about metallurgy, I'm also not going to pour water down the barrel. That'll ruin the temper. So, sit here and babble for a moment about nothing in particular. My shoulder is a tad sore, just a tad. These are pretty stout loads. You know, I am getting some recoil, but it's not sharp pain, it's more of a dull ache. you know. Okay, let's do the last 5 in this group. And then we're going to take a break and let the gun cool down some more. So, close the action, drop the hammer. Hold that with my thumb, poke that in with my pinky. And at least I'm not shooting into the sun. Well, if I was shooting into the sun, the hat would help. As it is, I'm having to get way up on the scope to keep the glare off the lens. Now remember, we've already fired 5 shots, but only 4 of them registered. So, up, down, or down, up, safety off. 2157, 2200 exactly, in the bag, 2189, 2160, in the bag, 2136. Did I miscount? Or did I short stroke that? I miscounted. Okay. Action is open. Safety is on. I'm going to stop the video for a couple of minutes. Let this cool down some. I'm going to stand in the shade because, well, it is kind of warm out here. At least directly in the sun. So let's pick up the 3 pieces of brass that missed. And here we go. And we'll come back to you in about 10 minutes. My bad, I forgot to do this. I'm also getting a battery low light. High, 2229. Low, 2136. Average, 2186. Number of shots, 9 registered. So, with that, I'm going to redo this. And I don't have a Extra Cat 74 here. Sorry about that. The camera that I was using, the battery died, and I brought the wrong charging cable. So we're going to have to do this with sloppy cell phone footage. So, high of 2185, low 2116, average 2153, with number of shots fired of 4 that registered. So, with that, I'm going to power cycle this off, power cycle this back on, and I've got 1 more round to fire, and that's going to be this one right here. So what I'm going to do is I got to put the camera down because it's a cell phone and I don't have a mount for it. And then we'll come back to this in just a minute. Okay, howdy folks, Stray Cat 74 back. Last round fired. That gun is too hot to touch the metal on. I've put the little shieldy things back on there. That's going to sit out for a little while. And since I only had the 1 round, you can see 2267, so apparently I did load it right. That should have been about 2300, but, well, powder varies ever so slightly. But in any case, let me pack this up. I can't see the screen now, so we're going to do the unsteady cam, and I'm gonna let the firearm cool. I'll post the average groups in the comment section and I've been doing quite a bit of running around. And it is also quite warm. So we're done here. I'm going to pack everything up. Next time you see me, I'll be back in the basement of solitude. Or, if I'm lucky, I will be gainfully employed here shortly. I already know my previous company will not take me back, and they refuse to comment as to why. I can guess. And yes, I was told that what I was doing was stupid, but depression will do that to a person. So, I did something stupid, I got fired, I've been depressed, not looking for work, which was also stupid, so let's not make a third stupid, and I'm going to go get a job. I'm going to go down to the job store and I'm going to get a job. So anyhow, 2267 on that last round fired. I'll post all of the details for all of the shots because I got to review the video anyway. And I'll catch you next time. Same Fat Cat time, same Fat Cat channel. Alright folks, if you like today's video, please give me a thumbs up, hit the like, subscribe, the little bell icon, leave a comment section below, because YouTube changed the way their algorithms work, and well, if you don't comment, they won't update you when I upload new content. Don't forget, I have a Twitch, I have a Patreon, and I have a PayPal that you can donate money to me at straycat_74 at yahoo.com. So, from the basement of solitude, I'll catch you next time.